Hello dear Aries, welcome to your March reading for 2025. Before we start with the March reading, I know I'm a bit early, or rather, what does early mean? We're halfway through the month. Your reading is coming today. So we've already gotten through half of February, and your reading is coming out today on the 13th. February is out. February is short, and for that reason, I thought I definitely want to finish the readings before the end of the month. And also the me and my counterpart readings. We're starting with you again because this is your birth month and your opposite sign. Once the Libra. So let's start with the me and my counterpart readings. Just a bit of information here. Before we start, just a few little bits of information about what's coming up this month, just in March. Right at the beginning of March on the 3rd. So the astrological forecast, or the astrological outlook, everything we have astrologically, I will mention in the astro blick, in the astrological forecast. It will come at the end of the month. And there will also be another video coming because we have Venus retrograde right at the beginning of March. I also want to make a video about that, but all of that is coming at the end of the month. I want to take a little more time for that. I'll do it at the end of the month. Yes, nonetheless, we have a total of 4 portal days this month, starting right at the beginning of the month. Once on Monday, March 3rd, we have one. Then on Wednesday, March 5th, we have a portal day. And then a little later on Monday, the 24th, March, and Tuesday, the 25th. March, so on my birthday, I have it on the 25th, March birthday. Yes, we also have a portal day. That's it for now. Then we have on the 14th, in March, Noah, we have a full moon in Virgo. By the way, that's also the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is around the 13th and 14th March. That's a lunar eclipse. And then on the 29th, in March, we have the new moon in Aries with the solar eclipse. I didn't mention the time at all. We have the full moon in Virgo on Friday, the 14th. March at 7:55 a.m. So again in the morning, the energy is in the morning, or rather, it's getting light there already. I think in March it will already be light at that time. Or rather, I think it's already light now. Well, it goes. I'm usually not awake at that time. Or if I am, then I'm still awake. Yes, and as I said, then at the end of the month, the 29th, in March, we have the new moon in Aries at 11:58 a.m. Yes, I'm looking forward to the 2 oracles as well. About the moon oracle in March. Yes, I would say let's dive right into your reading. What would like to come to you in March? Always remember that the roles in a reading can be reversed. Time is always relative, time flows. And this is always about collective readings. General readings can of course mean that not everything will resonate with you. And this reading here, yes, and all the important information, all the important links, and also the cards I used. In the info box, you can find everything I'm currently offering on my website. Aries, what would like to come your way in March? Your birth month. By the way, there will also be a birthday reading specifically just for you. In March, it comes when Aries moves into the sun. Now we do the same for fish. Pisces moves on the 8th February. It will also come just before the 18th in February. The birthday reading will come. We've gotten close. New beginnings are ahead of you. You might be heading into new beginnings. You want a fresh start, light, free, independent. Oh, the card just fell down, but it's not. Spontaneous. I have a feeling that a bit of lightness is coming in for you in March. You might feel lighter. You're feeling lighter again. Maybe you actually feel lighter in terms of weight. I see lightness here. The 2, the cups, and the 8, the swords. I only read the deck upright. Just as a heads up. Yeah? 2 cups. What should I say about that? That's a positive energy. there might be someone in your surroundings, only where you meet on equal terms, where you also feel a deep connection. For some, this could also be true love. Only a great love, a special love that you will meet someone, but this can also be about interpersonal relationships. This can also be true for you in your profession at work, that you want relationships on equal terms. And the Eight of Swords, that's certainly the case. You see yourself reflected in the water here, that somehow you are trapped. Being trapped is not the wrong word, that you are unable to act. But once you are so bound, you see nothing you can't, that's forced. Just like in a straitjacket, it's forced that you impose something on yourself here. Well, I can well imagine that some of you may have had relationships in the past in any form. These can also be friendships, they can be work relationships, whatever it is for you. I would say with people you have relationships, whether it's a partnership, a work relationship, a friendship, or an acquaintance, it's still a human relationship that you have with that person. And I have the feeling that you don't want that anymore. You don't want to be in, I don't want to say captivity, that's the wrong word. You don't want to impose anything on yourself anymore. You don't want to be around people who don't do you any good. You want to be free. I have the feeling that now in March you want to be free. You want to be independent. As I said, you want relationships, or yes, relationships with people, or you want to, how do you say that? You definitely want to be met on equal terms, respectful. Ace of Cups under the deck. And the Sun, the car, you will get out of there. You will move away from things that no longer fulfill you. I see new beginnings for you. A lot, not just one. I see a lot of new beginnings for you. I also have the feeling that many things are starting for you here. Yes, maybe on all levels. Yes, maybe on all levels. The King of Cups. In this deck, the cups are shells. I really think that's beautiful too. I can't say it any other way. 3 of Wands under the deck, taking new paths. You can already look out of the window here. Which way would be the right one now? No. I have the feeling that with the King of Cups here, it's not take it as it is. One is in harmony with their feelings, enjoying life, having fun, and life is ready. Yes, it's also time to show love, even to yourself and to someone else. This has nothing to do with needing to have someone by your side in a relationship to whom you give love. It shows with people that you are happy, that you are doing well. That was the Hierophant who stayed in. When I was in 7th grade, of Swords, I haven't seen the card yet. I knew that some energy was coming out. That wasn't so good. But nonetheless, I still see it as good energy. We have the 9 of Swords here. The 8 of Swords is here. And I've had a headache all day today. I had appointments this morning until noon. I still have a few other things to do. But I just can't focus on that today because I've had a headache all day. And I've already taken a pill. And I also have this feeling that it might be the case for you here. 9 of Swords. Headache, thought carousel. Do you see these? These are arrows in this deck, but in a regular deck, or rather not in a regular one. This is also a regular deck. It's not an unusual deck. In a classic deck, let's put it this way, we have swords. Here we have arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're surrounded. And I have the feeling that maybe you feel like you can't get out of this anymore. 7 of Swords, someone is lurking somewhere. I feel like you need to free yourself from someone here. I don't want to say you have to break away, but you need to distance yourself from someone. I see sorrow here, I see worries. There's still something you haven't finished, and that gives you sleepless nights, it brings you sorrow, it causes you worries, it can hurt. Maybe you should face the truth and put an end to this. No. The Seven of Pentacles wants to reveal itself. That's what it tells me, sorry. The Nine of Pentacles wants to reveal itself. This is about fulfillment, about success, abundance. I was just about to say dream life for one or the other. Yes. There we have the Chariot. Underneath, we have the Knight of Wands. That's also someone who takes on challenges. We have the Chariot here. That's a fast energy. You'll get out of there quickly. So what's still a bit, I would even say, destructive here is what's holding you back a little. Those can actually be your thoughts. That can actually be someone who is there. You are ready to start anew here. You are ready to throw many principles overboard here. I call them principles. Many things that don't align with your principles. So, throwing overboard many things that don't align with your principles, so because you want to be happy. You want to have genuine relationships. You want to move into a happy life. And everything that makes you unhappy here can now go. And you are ready to leave here as well. This should be the case, or these should be situations where you realize, hey, this just isn't good for me. I need to leave the situation. It's actually about some people, if you're unhappy in a job, then you should change your job. Then you should get out of there. Yes, it's easier said than done. I know, but since I've been here on the channel, I don't want to know how many times I've changed my job. When I started here, I was still in retraining. I did a retraining and worked in service over 8 years ago. I worked in service for over 8 years, and then I would say it like this, I didn't get fired, my contract just wasn't renewed. Overall, it's a termination. I also talk about it openly. My contract wasn't renewed, and for me, it felt like the world came crashing down. That was early 2019. I wasn't even here on the channel yet. I had nothing to do with karting at all. And that was a point for me where my world came crashing down. I then told her, in hindsight, I also knew that it was really just that they were looking for vacation replacements and, temp workers who would step in during illness. And like I said, my contract wasn't renewed. I was supposed to get a permanent contract afterwards, but it just wasn't renewed. And then I said, now I can't go back, or I don't remember exactly what I said. I just know I can't go back. Or can I apply again? Or how? She said, no, maybe in the next life. And that was a saying that made me think, man, wow, I was really angry. And then I decided to go for a retraining program, which I completed over 2 years. And during that time, I also started my channel here. And yes, I then realized during the training, or rather during this retraining, that it really wasn't my field. And then I started in nursing. And yeah, I did that for a very long time. And after that, there were always a few things that bothered me. And so I would say that where I am right now, I'm satisfied. I'm doing well, but I noticed that if something doesn't do me good, then I get out of it. But as I said, I've changed my job often enough here, even in the years before. When I notice that I'm not handling it well, or what do I mean by not handling it well? I don't want to... That's also the wrong word. If I notice that something isn't good for me, whether it's the people around me, the environment, or the job, or then I get out of it. And I'm not someone who runs away, that's not me. I just notice that I feel out of place there. I don't belong there. And I also feel like you don't really belong here, something can still be left here. The Knight of Wands, he takes this opportunity. He's on his way here. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to pay close attention for you now. I'm going to lay out another row of cards for you. Then let's see what will come your way. I'm definitely drawing a power animal for you. Which power animal will accompany you in March? I want to say February. I have to get used to saying that from now on, accompanying you in March. March accompanies, as I always say, February. I have to get used to that from now on. In March, we accompany you with the strength that is for you. Then we will also draw a soul message for you. We draw angel messages for you. These can be advice or answers for you, and afterwards we will draw. We also have love messages for you. You can always find these links down in the info box and also in the top comment. I'm looking forward to welcoming you there shortly. And to everyone else, I wish you a wonderful March, all the best, and see you at the next reading.